Welcome to another episode of Purse First, the only podcast exclusively about the girls and the gays who rap. I'm Cecily, also known as Bad Fat Black Girl.
I'm Prince Pierre, also known as Big Daddy.
Also known as Got the Motherfucking Bag Back Up. Fuck is you talking about? Y'all, we have
Employed
to
Daddy.
congratulate. Yes, W2 Poppy.
I'm a real Disney prince up in this bitch.
Period. Prince Pierre is the newest prince to join the Disney family. Y'all, Prince Pierre, y'all friend Pierre, y'all little broke homeboy finally got a new gig. Like many people in entertainment, Pierre was impacted by the layoffs.
Yes.
And baby, he was driving me crazy, bro. I don't like no broke men, so I don't know what you was gonna have to start doing for him, but
I was gonna make it away. I'm a Chicago nigga first. Don't ever get it twisted. I don't give a and I was raised by Trina, so
that part.
I was definitely gonna be selling pussy by the grand. And a month I want a Benz, another week a set of rims.
Period. Save up, buy a condo. Fuck you, me. So yes, that's our good news. Pierre has a new job. Congratulations, Pierre.
Thank
also,
you.
Okay, so quick update. So remember all that shit we was popping last week about how we had leveled up and about how we had upgraded our equipment and we went a little too hard. We went a little too hard on the new equipment. So if the setting looks a little bit different, baby, because the way the technology was not teching on the back end for the edits.
That's
crazy. It got real ugly. Real ugly. So if the setup looks a little bit different, it's just because we once again adjusted to make it a little bit easier for editing on the back end, but it actually still should look a little bit better. We're not on webcams anymore. We have both upgraded our mics. we outside. So just wanted to throw that out there. And also to the patrons, it got so bad that we lost the extra content that we shot for y'all. So we actually are going to be talking about that in probably our ass last today. We're gonna basically talk about the Hot Girl Summer Tour versus the Pink Friday 2 tour, because that was completely lost, and it's perfectly on topic with what we are going to be discussing today. But before we get into it, make sure that y'all are leaving us 5-star ratings, writing reviews on whatever platform you find this on. If you are not tapped in with us on YouTube, go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Fuck with some real ones. And then also, if you are not part of our Patreon, it's literally only $5 a month. You get to watch these episodes, including the ass last and the exclusive content. You have a backlog of those videos. You got $5. Like, don't nothing cost $5 no more.
Patreon is the best.
Not nothing.
And y'all think we be talking shit on the regular show? Like, be a patron. Be a patron.
That's where Pierre says the stuff that's gonna get us canceled. if we said it on the regular show, that's what that is.
So today's episode is pretty interesting because y'all know Cecily never really wants to focus on who raps the best, because I think the winner is so clear. It's so clear. So on this episode, we are going to be talking about some of our favorite performers or performances. This might end up being a topic we revisit down the line if we don't get to everything, okay? But Cecily, if you had to name one person who you think is the best female or queer rap performer, who would you say?
Probably. Okay, it's actually a really strong tie for me between Doja Cat. Okay. Yeah, it's a really strong tie for me between Doja Cat and Lil Nas X. Like, Lil Nas X is so good on stage, y'all. Like, he is such a good performer. Like, the creative direction, all of that. And it's obviously same with Doja Cat. Doja Cat can sing, can dance, can maintain her breath control, has a concept that she is going to execute on the stage with the songs. Like you really do see her as like a star. I feel like when you see her live.
So Lil Nas X is mine, and I would also say Doja Cat if I would have remembered. For some reason, whenever we talk about rap girlies, and I know the Doja fans are probably going to tear me apart, but anytime we talk about rap or hip hop, Doja does not come to the front of my mind. You always bring her up, and that's when I'm like, oh, okay.
Because I'm like, how could you not? How could you not?
She's great at everything. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's how she started. I don't know. It's like I just never remembered to put her in the I just never remember to put her in that rap category with female rappers. And it's probably something I have to look at internally. But yeah, it's the same when they said Lizzo was a rapper. I was like, I'm never considering Lizzo a fucking rapper.
I'm gonna give you Lizzo. On that because I think we actually collect. That's why, if y'all notice, we actually don't really talk about Lizzo a lot on this show anymore. Because
I'm not talking about Lizzo at all.
That Lizzo, yeah, I don't think that Lizzo is a rap girlie.
But
Lizzo
someone made someone made an interesting comment about something on Twitter, and they was like, how y'all don't say Lizzo ain't a rapper, but y'all say Missy is. But that's a whole. We'll talk about that later.
Now, what y'all gonna do is y'all gonna watch y'all mouth when it comes to Missy Elliott, okay? Y'all gonna watch how y'all talk about the original Melissa. Lizzo is also named Melissa.
Really? Oh my God.
Yeah, they both are Melissas. When they collaborated, that's what Lizzo kept saying, like, oh my God, the other Melissa. Yes, they're both Melissas.
What?
I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, Missy is a rapper. Not only y'all, we actually have an episode about Missy Elliott coming up.
That's why I'm trying not to say much about Missy
because not only is Missy a rapper, Missy Elliott, honestly, low key, is like the queen of hip hop. Like Nicki is the queen of rap, but I would go so far as to say Missy Elliott is the queen of hip hop. Watch how y'all talk about motherfucking Missy Elliott, okay?
I got so much to say, but I'm really saying,
y'all gonna have to tune in for that episode. Yeah, wait for our Missy episode because we don't play about her. Even though I got my conspiracy,
because she was in that group chat mumbling and cackling. She was in that group chat mumbling and cackling. I will
never. We finna get started.
But yeah, I like Lil Nas X. I'm sorry, I forget about Doja. But if I do remember her, I went to Doja's tour in Chicago, and this bitch is crazy. She is so good. But I also
went
to Montero's show. Y'all, I think I have a crush on Lil Nas X. And
what? Pierre dating a dark skinned boy?
That is crazy because I am not a colorist. The last 4 people I dated were brown skin or darker.
Y'all. Let me clarify this because before the internet runs with this. The issue, and this is not just Pierre, this is a lot of the gays. The issue is that the gays have a very bad habit of only wanting to date niggas who look exactly
like them. I hear it all the time.
If you
oh
look
my God.
at Pierre's past roster, baby, it's gonna be a bunch of that Spider-Man meme of the niggas pointing at each other looking. That's what Pierre roster look like. But anyway, first.
Yes.
So you got a crush on Lil Nas X. Go ahead.
He is so adorable. And I saw him perform. And this is why we need more queer people in every creative space, because it was so entertaining to watch. And he set the tone for other rappers, because I'm like, I'm not watching Kanye, even though Kanye be doing his thing. But I'm not watching, I was going to say Offset, but Offset Got a Hayuzor. Yeah, I guess we can make it an honorable mention, but his performance with Cardi was very, yeah. I'm like, did Sean Bankhead choreograph this?
You talking about Offset?
Yeah.
Not you just said we can make this an honorary mention. Shut up, Pierre. Nah.
You didn't see it. It's what's the song with? Whole lot of it.
Cloud. You know what? I was gonna put that as one of my performances.
That's why I said it's an honorary
when
mention.
Cardi had the dancers in the all black with the pink gloves on. Yeah,
that's why I said it was an honorary mention, because Offset started it off and he did the dancing and they was doing this. And it was he had like 20 male dancers and he was like, and we was like, oh, he really want to be Michael Jackson.
Purse first.
Okay.
We have no confirmation that Offset is trade, which is what Pierre is trying to imply.
No.
Anyway. Okay, so we're going to go back and forth, talk about some of our favorite performances from the rap girls over the years. And I have to kick mine off with one that is like very much so seared in my brain. And it is when Cardi performed Money at the Grammys. She did this like cabaret, like showgirl thing where she had that big fluffy feather, and it was like incorporated into the choreography. Oh my god! And she was on that piano, and then she ripped it off. Oh, sickening! I want to say that was Cardi's first
Grammy
performance at the Grammys.
It was.
Yeah. Oh my!
And she did so good.
She did so good. And I felt like in particular, so Cardi's album had obviously already come out and she was about to win all of these Grammys, right? Because remember, Money wasn't on Invasion of Privacy. Money was like a follow-up single after that. And I feel like this was right in the midst of kind of, you know, this was before Cardi had the little money that she got now. Okay, this is when a lot of people were still saying Cardi was ghetto. This was when Nicki was still tussling real heavy. So I felt like there was a lot on the line for her in terms of showing that she actually could like perform with these like esteemed artists and that she could really show up as an artist. She ate that performance down.
Cardi is easily one of my favorite. Like, if I know Cardi B is performing at the awards, I'm watching it. Like, she is easily one of my favorite performers, rap girl performers. Not necessarily when it comes to just, like, concerts and stages and stuff, but, like, if there is a budget and there is a set, oh, Belcalis is
she gonna eat it up.
She gonna use every dollar in the budget. Like, the bitch
she gonna eat it up.
Like, whoo. Yeah, so that was one of mine, but I seen Sesali had stolen, so I couldn't use it. But keeping on with Grammys, I'm going to talk about this. What people don't know is I really love this performance, and the backlash that it received, I don't understand it. And I'm talking about the Onika Tanya Mirage. You're done, you're tight, you suck at life, you don't want a round three, you done suffer twice, worship the queen and you might can pass. Keep it real, these bitches couldn't wipe my ass. Roman's Holiday at the 2012 Grammys, where Onika Tanya really did exorcism on on stage. Now, I feel like if Cardi or somebody would have did something like this, people would have been like, oh my God, this is so cute. But since it was Onika Tanya, everybody is like, look how Sesali looking.
No, I actually was about to say, this was also at the time where everybody was like very into like Illuminati conspiracy theories real heavy. So there was a lot of like faux outrage around using any type of like even adjacent religious imagery, because I feel like people, that also was the same time when people was like very up in arms about Alejandro. Remember when Gaga did Alejandro and she had the nun imagery and they was having a little BDSM orgies and stuff in the video. Let me say, see, one thing about me, unlike Pierre who likes the pop rap girls, I am a purist pop bitch at heart. Lady Gaga, I might have to start a whole nother podcast just so I can talk about how much I love that lady. But anyway, I digress. I love Gogs. Anyway, go on. I like this performance. That's why I gave it to you and put it on there, because I felt like you would give it.
It was on mine. It was on mine. So I was like, this bitch reading my text message. Because I had started I had put them in my notes, my phone app, and it was definitely on mine. This was one of my favorite performances. This bitch was in the air. And what's crazy is, I had said
with that terrible wig though.
Oh, I had put this in my notes. I was bad. Like, maybe this was, the industry really toned Nicki down after this, and literally after this performance. But now people complain about her not being able to perform good, and I'm like, back in the day, she was really a lot. Like Nicki used to be like Nicki used to be like crazy performances. And she is really toned down, and I like to think that in 2024, if she used that like creative like craziness that she had back then and make it more modern, 2024, I think people will like it. I don't think people were ready for all that back then.
Yeah, I think Nicki is not able to do that because I don't think Nicki has the same relationships in the industry to be able to execute creative concepts like that she used to have. But that's another topic for another day, and I don't want to go down this road. I don't.
We can.
Because we can. I know we can. I just don't want to. I just do not want to. We're here to talk about performances. And speaking of, I actually have another. Following that up with another Nicki Minaj performance, actually. And this actually is great to the point that Pierre just made, because technically this is a more toned down performance, but I did like it better. So when Nicki Minaj performed Anaconda at the VMAs in 2014, which was like the year Anaconda came out, it was like this crazy, like
it was the most. It's still the most watched,
one of the most streamed videos ever. Like just this huge moment. Nicki ate that performance. First of all, she looked good. Her body was tea.
And keep in mind, bitches were getting bit by snakes and everything.
Like Nicki looked so good. She had just plain dark hair. I don't care what nobody say. Nicki Minaj with just a buzz down black is gonna do it for me.
She looked just like her mama.
She's so pretty. Oh my God, it's sickening. Like Nicki with black hair just. And Beyonce too. I'll be so glad when she's done with her.
Oh, Beyonce, please never go back black.
Beyonce with dark hair. Beyonce with dark hair. Like, and I know a lot of y'all young girls probably can't even imagine Beyonce with no dark hair. Baby, Beyonce looks so good with dark hair. But anyway, Nicki's performance of Anaconda at the 2014 VMAs was epic because, first of all, it felt like such a VMA performance. And I loved it. Nicki was hitting that choreo. I ain't seen Nicki dance that hard since. Nicki was hitting the choreo. Nicki was hitting it was giving character. And Anaconda is one of the, I won't say that, but Nicki's use of being very animated and also being very hip hop, I think the execution on Anaconda is one of her best. And so it was just giving everything. I love that performance.
And she does not perform Anaconda like something is really Nicki is really toned down. Like, I don't know if it's her, she's really trying to get to the root of pure hip hop, but she don't. These were Cecily always talk about. These were the songs that made me really go crazy. I love rap, pop rap, whatever Cecily say. Mm-hmm. But if you go to her concert, if you go to Gag City, I'm looking for a lot of these, and
it's her single ladies. I feel like Anaconda is Nicki's single ladies. She do not. She's like, it was cute. It was cute at the time.
She was like, that was fun.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Next on my list is a throwback, y'all. I actually got a bunch of lesbians on my list. Old school auntie lesbians. And I want to mention Not Tonight at the MTV Awards, where Lil' Kim Angie Martinez, Debrat, and Left Eye, they all performed.
And Missy Elliott, I believe, also came out, of course.
I'm sorry. Missy. Okay, we can talk about that. Yeah, the theme was like this Cleopatra, what is it called? Egyptian. It was a very Egyptian thing.
Yes!
Everybody was dressed like Egyptian goddesses, Cleopatra, all that other stuff. Everybody was super pretty. The brat little lesbian ass. And at the time, she wasn't out the closet. And I'm like, how y'all keep letting her... but she came out as like a gladiator or some shit. Like
she figured it out. I'm like, she figured that shit out.
I'm like, come on, Chicago stud, a Chicago stud. She came out as a gladiator, and y'all, you can honestly tell that these women were actually friends.
Yes.
If you watch the performance, you will see all these bitches got breath control, and the Cardis, the Nickis, and the Megans now. These bitches, they running out. I don't know if they just rapping too fast, but they running out of breath. And that's all three of the big three girls.
It's because they have made all of these girls be majorettes.
Yes. Y'all look.
Everybody don't gotta dance like. And then Left Eye was already like. And you got to remember, Left Eye was already part of one of the best-selling girl groups of all time as a member of TLC. So Left Eye was going. But Left Eye knew how to do breath control. Period. Left Eye was going to eat regardless.
Even the brat being Twister, the girl version of Twister.
Literally.
Y'all know they know and she didn't skip a motherfucking word.
Braids tight as hell in her hair. She ain't skip shit.
And what I was saying about their friendship is if one wasn't, like TT and I do this on stage, like if one was about to run out of breath, the other bitch finish that bitch verse or plug it in. And I'm like, look at these bitches. Missy came out, and Missy being the Lizzo that she is, she didn't have a hand mic. She had the Britney Spears thing, and it fell. And you know what Lil' Kim did? She walked up to Missy sexy. She handed Missy her mic, and I'm like, this is just performance. Oh my God! These
it was so good.
It was so cute.
And I feel like the picture of Left Eye from that performance is like a very like iconic image of Left Eye that people reference is her being dressed as an Egyptian queen for the Ladies' Night performance. Like she's gorgeous.
So pretty.
Rest in peace, Left Eye.
We don't talk about Left Eye enough.
Yeah, we don't. We actually don't. Friend.
That is a major Gemini.
Because we don't talk enough about Left Eye, and I know you love her because she burnt that man's house down.
Keep rising to the top, and it don't stop.
Yo,
she burnt that man's house.
I know we've mentioned this.
Put the lyrics in a motherfucking song. If that
on the multiple songs, referenced it on the multiple songs. How she has set that man's house on fire, baby, an icon. Okay, so my next performer is also of the queer community. Tyler the Creator's 2020 Grammy performance where he was wearing his little little blonde bang, that little with the bang, because Call Me If You Get Lost was already just like this iconic body of work anyway. What was that?
You're a Tyler the Creator fan?
Yes, I am an Odd Future. We have not, but you know why I don't like to talk about Tyler the Creator in public? Because I am just so attracted to him.
Wait, which Tyler the Creator we talking about?
Don't be like that, friend. It's a very specific niche, okay? It's a niche. It's a genre. Everybody doesn't get it.
It's not ugly.
And I don't think he's ugly at all.
He's not ugly at all.
He is. Anyway, purse first. We are very off topic. Musically, I am and have been obsessed with Tyler the Creator.
He's a genius.
Frank Ocean, the internet, Tyler the Creator, Earl Sweatshirt. I like all of them weird ass niggas that don't like to date black people.
I don't like Frank music. Well, I'm not gonna say Pierre, I'm not a fan of Frank's music.
Pierre, you do not like you don't like anything that is meant to calm you down, make you.
I was just gonna say, Sesali, do you smoke weed?
You don't. I used to a lot.
Okay, so
like,
yes,
lot.
because your style
like,
of music is very weed.
Yeah.
Weed. I don't listen to
Yes.
weed music. Like I'm not that light a blunt, light a instant, and
we know
and vibe out.
We know.
I'm not that lo-fi. What is it called? Lo-fi.
You're
lo-fi
giving.
music?
You're giving Adderall. You're giving Vyvanse. You're giving Coke. That's what musical taste is. Yeah, you're giving
my musical taste is giving Coke.
Yes, your musical taste is giving Coke, babes. Yeah, I prefer more of a weed, maybe a little bit of shrooms.
Yes,
all shrooms, so a little acid trip type music. I can get into that. I'm not gonna do no acid.
All the niggas I used to date who smoke weed, they love that. Frank Ocean, Janae Aiko. What's her name? Janae Aiko. All that.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, Amor said you cannot be friends with her if you do not like Frank Ocean. Period.
What?
Period.
Amor, you weren't even born when his album came out.
Oh, now, Pierre, that man's album came out in like 2012. Don't be like that.
And how old was Amor? How old was Amor?
She was 12? Very young. She was very young. She definitely could not relate to the emotions.
See, I told you she was 12 years old. My next favorite performance is Lil Nas X at the VMAs. He was during the marching thing. Who was the white man he performed with? Jack Harlow. What is it? Jack Harlow.
Yes.
And then at the end of his performance, he just gayed up the stage. He stripped. He made it a shower scene. If you've seen his video, they do the same thing, but he did it at the VMAs live on stage. All of his dancers, shout out to my homie Dallas. All of his dancers were like in their underwears, and he just gayed up the place. And I was like, yes, queer representation.
Did he gay up the place?
He gayed up the place.
Okay, so my next one, we've kind of already talked about it. We've talked about it on the show as well, so I'm not even going to go like too into it. However, Doja Cat's Scarlet Tour was just fucking phenomenal.
It was good.
I am still like, what did it take for somebody to say we want a circular runway on the stage, and that is going to be a centerpiece of the entire tour choreography, like just in circles? This bitch hired someone to be her body double so that she could like rap against her fucking self on that fucking stage. Like,
she had an eyeball come out. I was like, okay, I'm joining the Illuminati.
Big ass spiders on the stage. Eyeball, dancing eyeballs. Her battling with herself. I mean, there was a part where she actually, one of my favorite songs from Scarlet, Can't Wait. She did that whole song just laying down. And you only saw her like just from the camera, and the dancers are dancing on top of her.
They're like crawling over her, and it's been like they're really crawling over her. They're not like trying to like miss, like they're really crawling over her.
Yeah, they're like crawling on her, and she has a microphone, and she's singing like, "Can't wait to get next to you."
Like they're crawling on her.
Also, apparently people do not like that song, and that blows me because I personally feel like it is overshadowed by Agora Hills, which comes directly before in the track list. And like the winner is so clear to me, but that's just me. Next up for you, Pierre.
Mine is one of the new girls, Glorilla and Cardi B. They perform tomorrow too. I think it was the AMAs or the American Music Awards. And Glow did her thing. They was lifting her up in the air. And then, of course, Cardi comes out. The reason I like this performance is because they were having fun and they were doing this little dance that I like. And
I think that was one of Glow's first,
was it her first
profile. Oh, yeah. It was like her first like big like televised performance like that, I think. And Glow really like came, and it's so funny because I thought about putting like Glorilla as the opener for Meg's tour as one of my favorite kind of performers, just because of how much energy she's been bringing, and I was scared you was gonna roast me, But like I've been loving it. Glorilla actually kind of gives it on the stage quite as cat.
Yeah, the new girls, they can't rap, but these bitches can perform. These new girls can perform. And I'm not talking about Glow. Glow can rap to me. I'm just saying in general. Like when I think of the new school of rap girls now, their performance, their looks, their hair, all of this is 10, and the quality of lyrics have gone down. Yes, we still have some new girls that rap really, really well, but nobody is Remy Ma, nobody is Nicki, nobody is Foxy, like nobody is like Rhapsody, like nobody is rapping like Tierra Whack.
Well, speaking of Tierra Whack, who is one of the new girls, actually.
Tierra Whack, you consider her a new girl? See, this is why y'all give sympathy to Megan, because y'all like, oh, Megan album got 60,000 people sold, and she's a new girl. Megan got 12 albums. But go on, talk about Tierra Whack.
Tierra Whack came out after Nicki Minaj.
Right, but I don't consider her a new girl. But
okay, that's fair. We don't have to say Tierra is one of the new girls. That's fair. No, I think that's fair. Tierra Whack is not one of the new girls. But Tierra Whack's Tiny Desk was so good. And it was a performance. Tierra had a theme. It wasn't just, okay, we all gonna wear one color. Like it was really like a theme. Her outfit, like it was like they kept doing this thing where they like threw balls of paper at each other. There was like story and like personality, and to do all of that shit in that little bitty space, and to be a rapper on top of that, because I feel like it's already, you know, like rappers have to bring something else to Tiny Desk because they're not there to like flex their vocals, right?
Yes,
like everybody
correct.
else. Yeah, Tierra Whack's Tiny Desk is really good. Y'all should watch it. It just came out last month, so that's definitely one of my favorite performances that kind of like stick out in my head.
It's crazy because my next performance is another Cardi. And it's Cardi.
Got a lot of, Cardi's a performer.
She's a performer. Remember what I just said?
She is. I'm sorry.
Remember what I just said? The performances goes up, the lyrics goes down. But Cardi, when she did WAP with Megan, I put the WAP part of the performance. The whole performance was pretty good. I wonder, was this during the pandemic? Because you couldn't really hear. I have to look, but I think this was probably during the pandemic, because I don't think anyone was in the audience because you couldn't really hear people screaming.
Oh yeah, I think this was like
this may be being
weird hybrid performances. Yeah,
but her setup was so like, she did this thing where she was on top of something. It's hard to explain. Go watch it. Her background basically changed to different things, and she was basically sitting on it, like it turned to a bed, a wine glass, blah blah blah. But anyway, Megan comes out and they do this thing where they are like scissoring. I don't know how lesbians do it. We penetrate over here in the gay community. They scissor
first,
and then Meg, being the dumb that she is, she uses her leg to flip Cardi over, and Cardi lands like in this bad bitch pose, and they just keep rapping, and I'm just like, oh my God, am I straight? Because I can watch this all day. Like,
yeah, and you know, Cardi and Meg love to scissor too, because you know they were scissoring in that. They fucking in that Bongos video too.
I love girls. Yeah, I love girls that can.
Because baby, y'all been worried about the rap niggas that y'all didn't think Meg fuck. Y'all need to be letting these niggas know that none of their bitches is safe when Meg is around.
I talk about this all the time. Meg has this, and keep in mind, have I ever seen this bitch in person? No. Keep in mind, Meg is a tall girl, so I always talk about her energy from not even being in person with her. But I just can imagine in person, she'll just be like, damn, bitch, you look good, give me a kiss. And bitches would kiss her, because I would.
In the mouth.
I know I would. I know she'll be like, damn, bitch, you fat. Give me a kiss, shorty. And I'll be like, you know what? I'm about to kiss this bitch. Like, Meg gives that energy. So I wouldn't be surprised if she fucked one of y'all bitches.
Couple of y'all. I venture so far as to say. Another Cardi specialty for me is actually just her first ever Coachella set, because she was pregnant, and she was like 5 or 6 months pregnant, had just announced that she was pregnant, and was up on that stage performing for her life. Like, the song specifically that I always remember her performing is that ass. She bad with YG, and when YG came out, like, baby, Cardi was throwing so much ass with that little pregnant belly in front of her. Like, she really was like, oh, this is my first ever Coachella performance. Like, I have to eat, period. Like, yeah, so that's my last one.
I'm gonna bring it back to the auntie
Pierre.
lesbians. I'm gonna bring it back to the auntie lesbians. I don't know if y'all remember in 2014, Brandy. It's crazy because only one of them is a lesbian.
Supposedly.
Allegedly. In 2014, Brandy performed at the Hip Hop Awards, and she performed I Wanna Be Down remix, and all of the people from the remix came out one by one. It was MC Lyte, it was Yo-Yo, and then, of course, Big T, Queen Latifah. And this was like the first time people have seen them together since, like, when the song came out, and they was performing the song when the song came out. And, like, all of these women have, like, grown in their careers. MC Lyte is basically the voice of everything. Yeah, she's the voice of everything.
She's the female version of James Earl Jones. I feel like
he used to do all that shit.
James Earl Jones' voice, you know, Mustafa. Ever since he was Mustafa, he used to do voiceover. Him and Morgan Freeman. She the female version of one of them. They be voicing over every fucking thing.
Yeah, and Queen Latifah is just. The reason I picked this performance is, it was good to see them. 2, these bitches look good. And 3, I really want to talk about Queen Latifah, because Queen Latifah and Dana Owens are really 2 totally different people. Queen Latifah, like, really?
Not to me.
It's just like the versatility, and when she becomes Queen Latifah, and she comes with a 35-inch bust down blonde high heel. Like, it's crazy because Dana Owens go home to her bitch and put on a tank top, a white beater, and some Cleo braids, and smoke a cigarette.
And I'd fuck both of them. That's all that fucking matters to me. I'm like, they're the same person to me, okay?
And I fuck both of them.
Run the train.
But yes, it's very interesting. I would love to see, like, Queen Latifah giving Glamour Stud. Like, I would love to see what that would give on a carpet or on a performance. Like, just come out and grab your dick. Just come out and grab it. Like,
show up on the carpet with a backpack on. Yo, if Queen Latifah show up on the carpet with a backpack on, oh my God. I also think that performance was just iconic because people have to remember that song, and the remix in particular, like, had everybody in a chokehold. So, like, that
about Ye
was,
Short,
like,
about Ye Tall, about
Tall.
Yes.
They ate that up. Okay, this was fun. Okay, so for Ask Less, we need to revisit this conversation about the Pink Friday 2 tour versus the Hot Girl Summer tour. We talked a little bit about this last week, but the footage got deleted because we went too hard on our technology. Right? So here we are back again. We giving it to y'all for Ask Last. Now, so I went to both tours. I went to Hot Girl Summer Tour, and I went to Pink Friday 2 tour. Boo.
Yeah, the only drill I would listen to. If it ain't Chicago drill, I'm not listening to no other drill.
Period. Okay, so Patrons, we just made it up to y'all by discussing Pink Friday 2 versus Hot Girl Summer Tour. Make sure if you are not tapped in with us on Patreon, like I said, it's only $5 a month to go subscribe. You can get to see our exclusive content. If you don't have $5 to spare and you just want to watch the episode, you can subscribe to our channel on YouTube. And make sure that you are giving us 5-star ratings and writing reviews on the podcast platform of your choice. Follow me at Bad Fat Black Girl on TikTok for the Rap Girl Shit. Follow Pierre at Prince Charming P on Twitter for the Rap Girl Shit. Follow Purse First Show on Instagram for the Rap Girl Shits. We'll holla.